COVID-19 is a really new infection, so we've been learning about it as we go. It's a type of beta coronavirus, and we know these best at the moment as viruses that cause things like the common cold. And immunity to these viruses isn't usually very long lasting. So we were really concerned when COVID-19 started last year. Research now is looking really promising. It's suggesting that we can detect evidence of immunity, partial immunity, 6 to 9 months after infection, which means you're completely protected from a second infection. You'll have no symptoms, or at worst, you seem to get a milder form of the disease. So that's really encouraging. When we meet an infection for the first time, it can take our immune system time to recognize it and work out what to do. And in that time, we can get really quite sick. So it can take us a little while before we develop protective immunity. And of course, that can be even life-threatening in certain circumstances. With a vaccine, we're trying to mimic that initial infection stage and trying to get the immune system into action to create protective immunity. And so that's basically what a vaccine's trying to do. It's trying to mimic an infection without giving you a full-blown infection so that you won't get ill, but you will get all the protective immunity benefits. With the vaccine to COVID-19, we're pretty confident now that we should be able to get protective immunity for 6 to 9 months. What we don't know is whether we'll get long-term immunity that will last years and years. Only time will tell. The other thing that might happen, and we're seeing some evidence now, is that the virus itself might actually mutate. Mild mutations don't matter too much because as long as the immune response sees it in the same way, the vaccine will still work. But if the virus changes enough, that means that our immune response won't be able to see it in the same way. So we will have to design a new vaccine. Again, only time will tell. But the good news is we've got all the platforms, all the know-how to do this really quickly.